Right, what is going on, guys? My name is Jason Brown, and this is the Leica IIIf that I have just bought yesterday. And the serial number on top tells me that it's from, I think, 1950, or at the very latest 1951. And this one is the black dial F version, and there's the flash sync port on the back. Now it's a split prism rangefinder 35mm camera, and I'm by no means a Leica expert, but I had to learn a few things to be able to purchase the right camera for me. But I started in the 20s with the Leica I, and then the Leica II came, and then this Leica III. You can tell by the slow shutter speed dial there is what sets it apart, as well as some sort of upgrades, a bit like the flash sync and the 1,000th of a second shutter speed there. And people will probably notice that I've got the Jupiter 8 lens on it. That's partly because I need to get a slightly different lens. I didn't get a very clean copy optically. That's just bad luck or my fault, probably both. But I'm hoping to get a slightly sort of cleaner lens for this camera. This is a Barnack Leica before the M cameras. That means that you advance the film with this at the side there. So that's loaded, cocked, and you adjust the shutter speeds after you have advanced the frame. So you pull that up and then across, and that's 200 there, and you have to be careful not to have your hand over the dial because it does move. And because this is a rangefinder, you have two viewpoints you can't really see, but that's where you shoot through the sort of composing window, and then right beside it is a focusing window where you see a 1.5 times magnification, and it's coupled to the lens, so you get a little patch that moves across, and as you focus, when it lines up, the two images on that patch, when they line up, then you have focused correctly, which I quite like the idea of. I've only shot this once so far, so again, far from an expert. And I had noticed this adjustment here for the rangefinder from close focus to infinity. However, I'm quite happy to note that I didn't find the need to really adjust this on the Jupiter 8 sort of focusing distance. Maybe that's for the Leica lenses focus a little closer, and bringing that back just allows the rangefinder to sort of focus on something closer and help you with that. So you don't need to adjust this too much. I'm quite happy with that. Now if I advance the film again, well, it's not loaded with film at the moment, but I will load it later, and then I set the top shutter speed to 30:1. That means that we're using the slow shutter speed dial on the front. You can put that to setting 1, that's 1 second, and if you listen to this, I think that's quite incredible that a camera this old can time a photo hopefully correctly. I mean, I assume that's 1 second exposure, and then we've got a quarter of a second there, so I think that's quite impressive. It's a very, very solid feeling camera, because I did what probably most people are doing right now if you're watching this video, which is look all over the internet and watch as many videos as you can to sort of determine whether or not you should sort of look at this camera. And what made me get it was that I went to a local camera shop which just so happened to have a full sort of Leica room with M's and SL's and everything, and they had a load of these screw mount Leicas, and I went and used them, and well, not used them, but I sort of had a good go with them, as I'm doing right now, and I suddenly thought, well, this is a really well made camera, and I came back a week later after thinking about it, and I did buy it. So definitely the build quality is something very, very special, and that's what brought me back, because I felt like it was a nicely made piece of equipment.